Hey, it's Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. The day was Thursday, May 24th, 2018. I am in the 50K combine, by the way. If those who don't know, I moved from the 30K up to the 50K. I just think that I can get the 3,000 just as easy as I can get 1,500 in the past. Since they moved the profit targets from 1,500 up to 2,000 into 30K, it just seemed that to get that extra bit of leverage to trade that second contract is the right thing to do for me right now. I am obviously fooling around in the market. One of the notes I wrote to me yesterday that I want to come across was, be careful with the mentality, I can always reset. Better trade decisions is better. So that is what I'm trying to remember as I move on today. I finished up 32 ticks overall. I had, during regular session trading, I didn't actually start trading. I missed the opening short at the 8 o'clock mark. I wasn't prepared to take that on, and it flew down. And then if I would trade it to there, it could have been, I would think that I could have been up plus 50 or so today, maybe plus 60 within that area, trading to. There was obviously, if you followed the market at all today, there was a lot of refilling and backfilling as the market, every time it started to come down, it would come back up. Basically, if you go and look at the chart, you'll see around the 605, 606 mark, there was a nice downward movement with lots of volume. That became today's, I guess, zone of control, for lack of a better way of saying it, and it was around the 71.30 to 71.10 area for most of the session. The market got up to a retracement high around the 23 mark. It retested that area several different times, and it hit the 71.09 on several different occasions. I tried to hold a trade around 71.14, 71.13, but it would keep taking it out. So ended my winning trade of the day was a close 30 position that I like to get in. So last 30 minutes of the open outcry, or the former open outcry, which basically means in the US it's the 1 to 1:30 CST time. My time zone 2 to 2:30. Try to look in within, no, when I say last 30 minutes, it's really like the last hour of trading. I'm looking at the market roughly every 5 minutes, every 3 minutes, every 1 minute as we get closer to the 1 o'clock mark. And I start looking at the about 12:30 p.m. I start looking again at the market. So 1:30 my time, 12:30 at Chicago time, and looking at roughly the 1:30 flurry that comes into the market. I thought that we would push down underneath the lows all day today, and I traded that way. I was short trading for the most part. I don't think I took a long at all today. But the short, the one that I was able to capture the most profit in was the low underneath the 94.5 mark, and then carrying that one to about, I don't know, it was like plus 25 on that one. So I had about 7 ticks of gains on 5 trades. In the last trade, the close 30 with 2, I was able to pull out 25, 2 ticks on one and 23 on the other, I believe. So I finished up plus 32 overall. Most of my win came at the last bit of trading there with the flurry that moved the market down to about, I think it was about 58, 70, 58. I was looking for 70.19, would have been a 12p down move today. It did not get there as on the trading session when I was trading. It doesn't mean it won't get there, as I like to say. But when my trade session was completed, there was a move up through the S2 market 69, and it pulled me out. So I at 58 I was holding at 68, and it hit at 58, and it just popped right back up and knocked me out. So I was just trailing aggressively behind it, and I recorded it so you can look at that if you want. If you're so inclined to look at that trade, look at about the 45-minute mark, I guess, of the video, and or the last, I guess, probably the last 20 minutes of whatever the video is, and that is the closing trade. So that's the best trade of the day. I would tell you to don't pay attention to any of the other stuff, because it was just it was just just trying to tread water, looking for the market to break down, and it didn't. So I did bracket one trade today. I thought if we would get above 15-17 area at one point of the session that it would go up. Then I said, no, it's not. We're going into the doldrums of the afternoon at this point. And I stepped aside for about an hour and a half, I guess. And then I started looking at the market roughly in the last 30 minutes. It seems to be, you know, if I can't find the win in the morning session, I'll look at the afternoon. And the afternoon session is a very short window, roughly, of about an hour worth of time, but a flurry of activity usually within the last 15 minutes between usually, a lot of times you'll see the market start to show itself about 10 after to, you know, so 110 to 130, but be ready to trade at 12:30, 12:45, somewhere in that area. Be ready to go looking at that last. Just because I say close 30 doesn't mean it can't happen prior to the 1 o'clock mark. So be smart. See what you see. Get your zones of control together and understand what can be profitable on a short move, and keep a very tight stop on the trade. Extremely tight. Don't give away the kitchen sink, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. But don't give away your gains of the trading session just to take on a trade that could just as easily move against you as move for you. So we were close to the lows, therefore I wanted to take the market onto the lows. I thought that if we had any pressure at all, it could have moved down through the 52 mark and pushed down to close to $70 a barrel. Obviously, the players didn't want that to happen at that point in time. As we're looking right now, the market's trading back to 70, 76 off the S2 line. Once again, those that don't know, I'm taking a 4-day weekend from trading, so Friday through Monday I will not trade the Memorial weekend. Going to recharge the batteries a little bit, get ready for next week into last part of June into or last part of May into June. Let's see if I can get out of the frickin' combine now and move into FTP sometime. I'm assuming get a little bit of help. You know, I'm finish up about 90 ticks on the week, so 905. So I'm about 2,100 away from the 53 mark right now. So it was a decent week. I kind of nipped and tucked and just basically kept pulling forward. I think it was 5 winning days in a row. Knock on wood, you know, and just, or 4 days. No, because I didn't trade. I'm not trading tomorrow. 4 days in a row. So look at next week on Tuesday. Pick my spots. Be smart. Those that don't know, if you go back, you know, I'm basically the dark side trader now. I would say that over 90% of my trades are going to be short, except with maybe the close 30 or an obvious mark that I believe is a bottom off, like I like to take the top on. If I see an obvious bottom with lots of volume coming in, then that can be a good stop and a low on that as well. So that's about it. That's all I want to talk about. It's Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. I hope you had a better day than me. I finished up plus 32 ticks. I hope you did much better than I did. Take care. God bless. I'll see you in the next video I put together. Bye for now.